What's up, traders? John Howell here. I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted this video for you because I want to talk about what's going on right now in this world. This world is absolutely just going crazy, absolutely crazy right now. And this whole virus thing right now is really scaring a lot of people. Really, really is, and it's freaking a lot of people out. And obviously this is a lot more serious than what we think it is, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now where the governments are really, I don't think I've ever heard or I've never seen anything like, an actual global shutdown. So in this video here, I just want to talk about a few things here, and hopefully some things that I talk about in this video just helps you guys out. I'm just on my way to see some old friends. I just want to go there, give them a hug and tell them I love them and stuff like that. So while I'm doing that, I'm just going to do this video. Firstly, let's start with the health, and then I'll get into the finances and stuff like that, the trading and stuff like that. I've been involved with the markets now for about 15 years, and I've been doing a lot of stuff there. But in 2008, when everything was falling apart, actually, it was really interesting. I did really well in 2008 in the actual crash itself, but what I didn't do well was I got cancer. And the reason why I got cancer was because just prior to 2008, I lost a lot of money in trading, and I actually just started doing really well. So then once I figured out exactly what I needed to do to get ahead and what system I needed to follow and so on and so forth, I started trading during the day because I'm in Sydney, so I started trading with the Australian market, trading options, and I was looking at the market all day, looking for intraday moves, 10-minute charts, stuff like that. And then in the afternoon, I'll be trading the E-mini, S&P, the Nasdaq and stuff like that, leading into the night as well to the DAX, and I'll be trading that on the futures markets. And then at night time, I'll be looking at different stocks, looking for short-term moves, stuff from a daily chart to all the way down to, say, a 1-minute chart basis and stuff like that. I had 7 different screens and so on and so forth. And I was going crazy, and the thing is my income absolutely exploded, right? Absolutely exploded from trading. I did so well, but everything else in my life absolutely just completely fell apart. My relationship with my wife at the time was just going downhill big time. I didn't spend any time with my kids, and most importantly, my health was deteriorating massively, and I didn't realize this until I came back from a crazy trip from Las Vegas, and I had a lump in my neck. And if you guys actually type in John Howell Cancer into YouTube, you'll be able to see the videos I was actually doing and what was actually happening at that time, and what I was thinking at that time, and why I actually decided not to do the chemo and the radiation. I actually removed it all naturally. Now I'm not a doctor. I'm no way saying that you guys should do the same, so on and so forth. Listen to your doctor. Anyway, as you can see, I'm still very healthy today. But when I was going through that I went from losing a lot of money in the markets to figuring out exactly what I needed to do, and then started making a lot of money in the markets and trading so much. Then this other area in my life started really, really sort of collapsing around me. If you're interested in learning how I trade the markets, then just go to johnsfreegift.com. In there, I'll give you a free trading course, my #1 chart reading techniques, some trading techniques. I'll give you some access to a web class as well too, where I'll share with you my #1 trading system, how I trade the markets, and interview with my mentor, how he made $2 million, and so much more. It's a free class. It's a free trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com. You'll be able to get that. But back to what I was saying before is that I learned so much. Right? I learned so much going through the cancer about health, and some things that really do matter when it comes to the foundational health of every single human being in this world. And that's when I really started to learn about the acid alkaline balance. And the acid alkaline balance, it simply means that that when we're trying to get ahead in the markets, right? When we're trying to get ahead and when we're trying to do really well in the markets, sorry, not the markets. When we're trying to get ahead in our health, right? I didn't understand the foundational health. So then I started to really dig into what I need to do to get myself back to a healthy balance. Like, what is health? Really, what is health? Not just losing weight, but what is health? What makes a healthy immune system, a strong immune system, and not a strong immune system? What makes a, you know, why do some people get sick and some people don't get sick? And then what makes you get sick in the first place? And what causes you to get sick? And so on and so forth, right? And it all came down to this acid-alkaline balance. And I realized that at the end of the day, Dr. Orton Wartburg actually said that cancer and other serious diseases cannot thrive or survive in a high oxygen alkaline environment. And that simply means, you know, your blood, right? But then also there's things you can do. The reason why we get sick, right, is because we're very acidic. Our immune system's down and so on and so forth. So the simple things that I do every single day to make sure that my immune system is staying strong are simple things like first in the morning, I'll do some exercise. So even if I can't go to the gym right now, which I can't, I'm still gonna go for a nice half an hour walk in the morning. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have a nice hot and cold shower. So really, really, really hot and really, really cold to get my metabolism and get everything firing, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have a half a liter of lemon water, but put some greens in there as well too. I'm gonna make sure that, you know, I'm getting really, really good sleep, you know. And if you're stressed right now and you're having problems sleeping, then I strongly recommending having a hot bath. Having a hot bath. Start off with 5 minutes. Just relax. Do some breathing techniques, and that's gonna. And then 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then go to 20 minutes. If you're really having problems sleeping, that's gonna relax all your central nervous system, and it's gonna allow you to sleep. You'll find after even a 10-minute hot bath, like really hot bath, you'll find that that all your muscles and everything, you just feel really, really relaxed, right? So if you do that maybe about half an hour or an hour before bed, or even half an hour before bed, make sure it's really, really hot. You'll find that relaxes you. Have some nice tea. Have a sip of tea, and then maybe just write out some things that you're grateful for, right? So because the reason why we can't sleep is because we're focusing on all the things that are going wrong or that could go wrong. And so just write out all the things, and you know, and that's what I do. Now I don't do the hot bath anymore because I don't have problems sleeping. But if I ever did start to have problems again, I'd go straight back to the hot bath and do that. But throughout the day, I'm having probably 2 to 3 hot and cold showers for my immune system. So there's some simple things you can do to start to build your immune system. Obviously, guys, I recommend right now really upping your dosing of vitamin C. I would have to say when it comes to milligrams, I'd have to say I'd take around about 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams per day on a minimum basis. And I'm also drinking a lot of lemon water. Lemon water is very detoxing for your body and very alkaline, and it leaves an alkaline effect on your body. So that's what I want to talk about there when it comes to these markets there, guys, and comes to this. If this is going to have a hold of you, this coronavirus, then it's going to have a hold of you because your immune system is down, okay? People that are getting really affected by this in a major way is because they're already sick. They're already down. Their immune system is already shot. So do some simple things like this that I'm talking about right now, guys, to get yourself back. And again, I learned this when going back through cancer, you know, and back then the doctor gave me 6 months to live. And I'm still, as you can see, I'm still doing really well right now. Now, when it comes to these markets right now, guys, and when it comes to these overall markets, what's probably likely to happen with this flu, with the coronavirus, even if you look at, say, even if you compare it to the worst case, the Spanish flu, the first case of that, it came and go pretty quickly, and then it came back again, and then it came back again. But even if you're comparing that to the first time, it comes and goes pretty quickly. And so that's why I'm saying, like with these markets, the markets might be selling off really, really hardly, but really, really, really hard because of the fear and what's going on right now in the overall markets. But I wouldn't be too surprised to, within the next week or so, to see that 50 to a 62% rally or retracement in the market starting to really, really pick up, starting to happen from that. Because guys, if you look at every single market, guys, never just goes straight down. It never does overall, right? We may have periods where it goes like we have 40% down move, like right now, 35 to 40% down move. But there will come a time where we have a very sharp snapback, 50 to 60%, maybe even more of that move, right? Because that's how the market. If you look back over history, right, in the worst case scenario, if you look back over history, you can see that that's what happens there. So, you know, my recommendation for you guys, if you're looking to get involved with these markets, is not try to pick the bottom and wait for that snapback, or not try to short the market right now thinking the market's going to keep going down. That's the wrong approach. What you should be doing is simply just sitting back and looking at all the stocks, not just the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones, but looking at all the different stocks out there and try to look for a certain pattern or a setup that you believe in. Again, go get my free course at johnsfreegift.com, and you know, and in that I'll share with you my #1 trading system that gets a 90% success rate, and I'll share with you the exact pattern, the exact setup, and so on and so forth, right? And that way you can start to crush it right now in the market. You'll know exactly what to look for, and then just wait for that. That's what we do, right? So I don't really care about this market crashing. I don't really care about what's happening right now and so on and so forth. It's like, no, I don't really care. Why? Because it comes back down to, like, I know that no matter what happens in the markets, even if the market stops for a week or two, it's like, it doesn't matter, all right? Because when the markets reopen again, the markets will be here tomorrow, next year, and the year after. My mentor always says to me, the market's going to be here tomorrow. The question is, are you? And the best way for me to stay in the markets is have a good trading system, that have a high win-loss ratio, work hard on my patience when things are quiet, and every time I get into a trade, say to myself, if this is a losing trade, am I protecting myself? And again, the way that I like to trade is I like to get in the trades and say, if I'm risking 2.5% of my account on average, well, I like to have a 5, 10 to 15% profit per that. So I'm risking 2.5%, but then looking for a potential at least 5%, you know, maybe 10%, 15%, or even more. Makes sense? So that's basically what it's all about when it comes to these markets. Please don't be fearful or worried about the markets. If you've just been buy, hold, and praying when it comes to these overall markets, and when it comes to what's going on right now, then it's really going, you're really gonna have a hard time, you know, doing that. But if you really want to get ahead in these markets, and you really want to do well in these markets, then it's time for you to start to learn the art of getting ahead in the markets. Again, join my free trading course. It's for free. You'll be able to see the different things, the chart reading techniques, the trading systems. You'll be able to learn how I went from $250,000 in debt to then start to crush in the markets. Not only what was the system I was trading, but I still am trading, but what was the foundational techniques that goes into a good trader. Once you start to learn this, and then you start to get it, if you can just start to work hard on the things that do matter, you can absolutely crush it in these markets. So don't be afraid about these markets, guys. Don't be worried about these markets. I'm more worried about my actual grandparents and my mum and dad, because they're not healthy at all. And so that's the thing I am worried about when it comes to this here. My hope, guys, in this video is that I help you somehow when it comes to your health. You know, hopefully you guys are getting a lot better sleep from the stuff that I've talked about today. Hopefully it's going to relax your mind when it comes to these markets. The markets, you know, and if the market's going down, it shouldn't matter to an actual individual trader, because it just doesn't matter to me, right? If the market's coming down 40%, it doesn't matter to me. Why? Because 90% of my trading is actually done with the trading system, and 10% is some of the stuff that we've actually talked about today. Stay well, guys. Stay healthy. Get plenty of sleep, because when you get plenty of sleep, it boosts your immune system. Do some things to keep your immune system up every day. So taking vitamin C and stuff like that throughout there, you know, and start to really crush it. All right, guys, I'll speak to you soon.